I think that's what we saw, where actually AI so far is having the biggest impact on productivity. Yeah. But where we really see this 20%, 50%, whatever, or maybe even 0 to 1 productivity improvements, that is with the coding agent.
The job of writing code, I think, will slowly subside and get less and less and less and less. And I think the next big change is really that you don't need to do Python anymore. I mean, maybe saying that the data scientist is dying out is not perfectly right, because there's still an analytical part, but this coding models is going away, right? And really using this code you get out of somewhere and making it operational. I think that's going to be the bigger task, and really making people understand what it is.
So, like you mentioned already, we had different levels or layers of abstraction throughout the last 30 years. I never wrote the Fortran, but people were writing C, they were writing Fortran. Then Python came along. That's roughly when I entered the field, and all the developers, they were already saying like, yeah, Python, that's just like natural English.
And honestly, that's the problem. When I was sitting in my PhD and I was moving from Perl and C together, I mean, Perl was already great, which people who know Perl will now probably puke into their, I'm not sure, next to their table. But moving from Perl and C to Python was already like a massive game changer for me, because it makes things so much easier.
And then, but then people said Python is just like English, but now we actually really
now it's really like English.
Now we're really using English. Now we just, everyone's just talking to a computer. It's just a new layer of abstraction, and it really makes many of us so much faster.
Yeah.
And but how does that change the role? And I think that one of the good things that it's doing is that we spend way less time Googling things.
Is Stack Overflow actually still existing, or is it slowly dying out?
I think it's dying relatively fast. Sorry about that, because I really loved Stack Overflow. It just made so many things so much easier.
I mean, Reddit is still there, but Reddit is probably moving away from coding information to other stuff.
I think we have much more time to actually think about the business problems.
Strategize.
And
I think this is really the big issue you always had in data teams, that there was too much time doing the implementation and not enough time thinking about the issues.